I think we might have a common issue here, because some people were like, I wonder if you guys are going to get more of those utility vehicles and those police explorers where the hub actuator seal, where it goes on the side of the block, is actually leaking. Sure enough, this morning, another tech pulled one in, 6,000 miles. It's got a fresh trail of oil coming straight from that seal where it goes through at the hub actuator all the way down to the oil plug. So it's probably something we're going to see. So us, the technicians that are out there that have already done this job, I really appreciate you guys, because you guys have already given some tips on this. I've never done one. This is my first one I'm going to do. So like I said before, we rely on each other whenever we're trying to do shit, especially when some of us haven't done it. And I appreciate you guys. So anybody that has done this job, if you have any tips at all and you've done it, not just your theory, like you've actually done it, some of the front end guys and stuff on here, I'd love to hear, you know, what you have to say, troubleshooting wise, not troubleshooting wise, removal and install. Just again, just to refresh what we've talked about before, because there's so much stuff going on. But now here we have 2 in the shop in the last 3 days, and we've got 4 more police cars sitting out here that have to be looked at. I got one behind me right here. I was one of the first original one, I don't know, maybe the original one, that got a hold of Ford, because I had about 6 or 7 police cars come in here right after the 2020 Explorer started getting released to the police station, and it kept popping up that their switch packs on their steering wheel would go out and they weren't functioning anymore, and the pinpoint test was leading me in circles. Eventually I just popped the airbag, inspected the wiring harness, and then I seen the airbag clip that actually holds the airbag in. It goes up and it's got those 2 sharp teeth, was actually rubbing through the harness that go between the switch packs that plug into the clock spring. So after the first one, I thought, okay, no big deal, just replace the harness. So I did. I wrote up my story and stuff like that. Second one, I'm like, well, this is becoming a problem now. The third one, I contacted Ford and I said, look, I'm seeing this in almost every one of these police cars that come in. And then like 6, 7, 8 of these later or whatever, I don't know how many I've done, I'm replacing whole entire steering wheels and stuff now. One of them actually shorted out and took out the clock spring and then took out the steering column control module, so I had to replace all that stuff because that clip shorted some wires together and blew them both out. So I needed a steering column control module, I needed a clock spring, I needed a whole steering wheel, because you can't, at the time, they may have changed it within the last, you know, month or two, but you can't get that harness in between the switch packs. You have to get the whole entire steering wheel, and a lot of them we're paying more because we don't have access to them, so we're getting them from other dealers. And one of them came from like a California dealer where we had to pay 10% more because of the demand and stuff like that. But anyway, anybody that has any ideas on the hub actuator, just again, before I dig into this, leave in the comment section what your tips were to not pull the no hair that I have out trying to get this job done, because now we have 2 techs here, 1 each with one of these vehicles, and the hub actuator 60-cent seal leaking, and it's going to be brand new to us. So thank you, I appreciate you guys. Be blessed.